There you go.
Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday again, and here Julie and I are here again at the lovely North Walpole branch of the Walpole Town Library.
And we missed you last week, but we thank you for helping with voting.
Oh, yes, and that was an exciting day.
Yes.
And actually, we're really surprised at the turnout. It was very busy all day long.
Oh, good. I always like to hear that.
Yeah, especially since it was mostly local.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't, national or anything. So, but
Yeah.
it was a pretty good day. Long. But, we all have to do our civic duty.
That's right. And thank you for doing your civic duty.
Oh, well, you're welcome. But anyway, here we are again. And I've got some great books to review for you. And so we're going to start with The Things You Saved in a Fire by Catherine Center. And actually, I have not read this book, but it just sounds so intriguing. I mean,
it's great dinner time conversation. What would you save in a fire?
Yeah. And actually, and it's a good thinking thing too. Mm-hmm. What would you save in a fire?
Yeah.
And I think she explains what she's going to save, but it gives you a lot to think about. Like, what would you save in a fire? Everybody says pictures, and
although now with people having more pictures on their phone, would that still be the answer? I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'd probably save something that wasn't alive, because of course I'd save my kitties and anyone else who was in the house. But I think it would be my phone, because so much is on my phone that it used to be you had to run around your house and grab. All my banking information, all my pictures, all that stuff is just on your phone now.
So Martin, all these little devices are very good.
Yes.
And so that is something to think about. What you don't have on your phone, you better put it on.
You better put it on.
And so, but Cassie Hamwell is the person who is saving her things in the fire. So it sounds like it's pretty intriguing.
I read another one of her books, and I was trying my hardest to remember what it was called, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. That's good.
Does it say what her other books are in there?
It might. It's very witty. And she, and people just love her writing. They said it. Oh, how to Walk Away?
No.
Happiness for Beginners?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She's also got one called The Lost Husband.
Ooh.
And right underneath that is Get Lucky. So is she trying to say you get lucky if you lose your husband?
Or should you save him in a fire?
Or should you save him? Anyway, this is an intriguing book, so come and get it. So we've had a lot of fun with it.
Yes.
And Janet Ivanovich, boy, she's looking good.
I know. And does that say number 28? Holy cow.
Game on.
Whew.
I know. Well, also she's a very prolific writer, and this is another Stephanie Plum.
Yes.
Who's also a very interesting character. Is Stephanie. She's always got good things to say, and adventures abound.
Ooh.
And I'm positive that all of her Plum characters, Grandma, and and
they'll all be in there,
right? And her boyfriend, and so this is the newest one.
The newest one
by Janet. So this is a good one, and
I read in a recent library publication somewhere that she is starting a new series with a new character.
Oh, that will be interesting.
Yes. So that will be fun to see what she does there.
I know. We'll surely be on the lookout.
Yes, we will.
And this one is Stephanie Plum returns to hunt down a new kind of master criminal. And this is the 28th book in a wildly popular series. And that is exactly true.
Yes, that is true. Those books fly off the shelves.
Right.
Yeah.
And, Stephanie Plum never gets older. She's always on top of things. So this is a good one. And it's a brandy new one.
Ooh.
And C.J. Box.
Ah, yes.
C.J. Box is just I always say he's my favorite. This is my favorite. That's my favorite. But this is the thing about books. You can have scads of favorites.
Yes, and they're never jealous. And they never know.
No, they never know that we're reading others and cheating on them. But actually, C.J. Box is also a very good writer. His characters, especially Joe Pickett and his wife Mary Beth and his daughters Sheridan and Lucy and April and all the animals on the farm and his dog Daisy and his good friend Nate Romansky, who now has a wife and daughter of his own and a successful falconry business. And so this shuttles back and forth between the two characters because both are having different problems. But this is a fascinating tale because it involves World War II memorabilia.
Ooh.
There's a photo album that's dropped off at Mary Beth's library having to do with World War II and pictures of Julius Streicher, who was a right-hand man of Adolf Hitler. And there are pictures abound.
Oh.
But
there's always a but.
Someone doesn't want you to see them because it has implications for modern day.
Oh.
So the album gets dropped off at Mary Beth's library, and she brings it home, but then there's somebody who was looking for it from number one enemy these days, Russia. Involving their family and this torture and Nazi death camps and stuff. Ooh. So it's very involved. However, exciting. It's exciting.
Now, I have heard you say this before, but I'm going to have you say it again. You have said while you can read these in order, you don't need to.
No, you don't need to.
Yeah.
It's a recurring characters, all of them, but the stories are always different.
Okay.
So, and this one is a good one. It's a suspenseful, action-packed yarn set in the vividly described wilderness.
Oh, sounds great.
Well-paced. Another page-turner. And he has written different series with different characters. Mm-hmm. So there's always something to read by Mr. C.J. Box.
For sure.
For sure. Oh, and here's another one of my favorites. Oh, I've got so many. But Radha Dugoni has a different series of books. He writes some books about a lawyer, Joe, and then this is Joe's good friend and investigator is Charles Jenkins. And Charles Jenkins has his own series now.
Ooh!
So Charles Jenkins is a CIA investigator, and but now he has a farm and a wife and a child, and so he's retired from the CIA business, and he was working with Joe the lawyer in the other books, and now he has like his own series.
Ooh.
And this is so appropriate and so timely because this latest adventure takes place in Russia. And Charles gets called back in, his CIA handlers call him back in so that he can go to Russia and rescue one of the conspirators. spy.
Spy.
So that,
A fancy word for spy.
Conspirator. And so, yeah, so I just started it.
I was going to say, I see your bookmark peeking out of there.
Geronimo. But yeah, so I just started this, but it's very fast paced. Charles is back in the USSR, or I guess it's the Russian Federation now, and he's going to rescue his spy people who are spying on the Russian government for the CIA.
Ah.
So, yeah, and the previous book was about, there were 7 sisters who were working with the U.S. And so he managed to rescue 3 of them, but there are 2 left. So they sent him back in to get the other.
Oh, thus the Silent Sisters.
Thus the Silent
Aha.
Sisters.
I was wondering what was with the title.
That's it.
Ah.
So this is good. This is a good one. And it's the 8th sister is a great mix of spycraft and classic adventure.
Ooh.
Good book.
Good book.
You can have it as soon as I'm finished.
Which, the way you read, will be in a snap.
I know. I'm almost halfway done. So my oldie but goodie this week is, this is my favorite story, Sully.
It's a wonderful story.
It is a wonderful story, and also timely because we're into March Madness.
Mm-hmm.
And Sully is all about basketball. But mostly it's about Sully, the person.
Yes.
Who, a basketball coach, recruiter, finds this kid in Africa. And so they sponsor him to come, and he stays with the family and doing college basketball. And this kid is a phenomenon.
Mm.
Big career ahead of him. But the story is not only about basketball, but it's about this young boy who has to leave his family.
Mm-hmm.
And they're living in dire straits in Africa. I mean, it's just, and I guess he's feeling, I mean, even though like he's being well taken care of, he's staying with the family.
Mm-hmm.
They love him. He's getting good grades. He's good friends with people. But his heart belongs to his family.
Right.
And so he.
But this was his only way out, and his only way for his family too. Like for him to help his family.
Right. And so he's he's a good boy. And their life is a bit relieved by what he actually can send home,
mm-hmm.
which is not much for here, but for over there, it's like huge. A fortune.
Yes.
And they can afford their own tent.
And I think a TV. No, they would bring the TV in. The village headman would bring the TV in so they could watch him play basketball. Yeah.
It's a heartwarming, heartbreaking story.
It is.
And so well written.
Yes.
Each page that you turn, you just get more and more involved with all of the characters in this story, and especially the young man.
Yeah.
And
it brings that whole refugee situation, which is sometimes so difficult for us to wrap our minds around, just really home. Really it does.
Yeah. It brings it home. And that's what we want. When we're reading books, we want to explore different worlds,
mm-hmm.
get an understanding about other people in the world.
Yeah.
And to do it with a good story is a bonus.
It is a bonus, yes.
I love this book.
I do too.
John Grisham is a great writer, and
I must confess that I was getting a little off of him because he seemed, to me anyways, a little formulaic.
Yeah.
And then I read this book and I fell in love all over again and was like, oh, please write more books like this because this is phenomenal.
Yeah. This is a really good one. And I know I've reviewed this before, but it's so good we thought you should do it again for sure. Yes. Yeah. So that's it for this Tuesday.
That's it. Good job, Carolyn.
Oh, thank you, Julie. Good job with the videos too. You have many compliments on your videography.
Ah, well, it helps to have such a good subject. Yes.
Oh,
Oh, do stop.
okay. So don't forget
Saturday.
Sneak peek Saturday.
Yep.
And we'll be back here next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, yes, we will.
Okay. So
All
see you
right.
next Tuesday. Bye,
Bye,
Julie.
Carolyn.
Thank you.
Thank you.